The sun rises on a new world and a new Minecraft skin because I felt like it. Hi, welcome to the first episode of my new little Minecraft series. I'm playing some survival with this bush. This is my best friend. He's a bush. Sometimes you have bushes as friends. But like with any good Minecraft survival let's play, we need to get some basic materials like bamboo because we can use that for wood now. How do we use the bamboo? I've not played with bamboo yet. We are learning new things. Do I need actual wood to make bamboo wood? Bamboo. We'll just make a bunch of sticks. Now I have 15 sticks. This is really going great. This is the sign of a true Minecrafter who uses bamboo wood. Not just any wood, but bamboo wood in order to make my basic starting tools. This is a bamboo pickaxe right now. We'll get one of these guys. Get one of these guys. Get the whole tool set. Collecting up the most valuable resource in the entire game. I think we're off to a pretty good start. We have a nice jungle here. And a desert. With some cactus. How beautiful. At least we have jungle. We're just gonna collect up some wood right now, some nice bamboo, and maybe we'll explore a little bit. See what we might get started with. I mean, look at us. We already got some watermelon. That's a good source of vitamin C or something like that. I don't remember what it's rich in. I think vitamin C is definitely something it accounts for. This is a very tall jungle. I actually really like this. This is kind of great. And we have a... stuck in the bamboo. We have a nice little cave down here. We're gonna explore. Grab some coal. Be on our way. We're gonna be in big business soon enough. Big, Minecraft business. Whatever that means. And make some torches out of my bamboo. Oh, we faced our first, civilian. Sorry about that, my guy. You are no more. Since it's already becoming nighttime, I'm gonna just, you know, quickly go mining for a bit. And hope that scary monsters don't find me. I've encountered a really bad thing. We need to get away. I've dropped my sword. This is bad. Oh no. We are in a situation. I'm gonna need to get a sword back. I'm just gonna block off this bit. We don't need to go down that way. We'll go back down this way. And ignore the zombie noises for now. Sounds like a lot of zombie noises. We've found a lush cave on our travels and explorations. How interesting this has been. I don't know if I like the sound of it though. We'll take this azalea bush. Steal some of this moss. Seems to be where the zombie noises are, so I'm going to avoid that way. And pretend it doesn't exist. Caving can be a very fun experience when you don't die. Still don't know why I'm doing this voice. And of course, like any good Minecraft experience, you get to the stage where you get to cook up some nice iron. Yummy for your tummy. Wait, no. Acquiring the hardware, we will assemble it into a shield. Now we have protection against the elements. And we hopefully will not die. Okay, I'm finally suited up. And I'm ready to rumble, I don't know. Oh my goodness, there was a friend in here. Just me, you wanna be with me? Come on. We have a little friend. This guy's cool and fun and, his name is Bartholomew, I think. Okay, the question is, down there's diamonds, but also creepers. Do we really want to risk that? Or do we want to head up and go to the daylight above? For such a terrifying place, it sure is pretty. Okay, well, there's really only one thing we can do at this point, and it's make our way down. And looky what we have found here. our first little diamond all by its lonesome. Just getting 3 more. So pretty. We've gotten ourselves a pretty nice haul from the mines. I think we're good for now to really start exploring the area. Stylish leggings. Gonna put all the stuff we don't need away in this for now, and then we're gonna go exploring in the area. I got Bartholomew, a little friend. They can sit next to each other in this chest. What a beautiful, lovely day to come out of the mines to. Beautiful and lovely, I say. Over here we seem to have a little, beach area. This is pretty nice. Could maybe set up here. Really quick, we're just gonna build a boat. Mark this location so we remember to return. Look at us go. In a little raft on the sea. Just me. So there's jungle, savanna, and some plains. Oh, and we have a little village. How fun. Go say hi to these villagers. Give them a little hug. And we'll be on our way. It seems everybody here is unemployed. I'm just gonna quickly take over this little barn here. It's my barn now. I'm gonna keep sheep in here. So for right now, I think we're gonna set up home right along the coast. At the very least, I'm gonna clear this little area of some trees. That might take a while, considering how massive these trees are. Might be here a while. But I'm just gonna clear this area, get some materials, and maybe we might start building something. So I think this is as good a time as any to finally announce, or say, I guess, that for my main base, I'm thinking I'm going to make a little, pirate kingdom with a pirate castle that they've, like, overtaken or something. Been watching too much One Piece. But, you know, that's kind of a big undertaking. I would love to have, like, a little, like a port where the pirates will, you know, dock their boats and just have a whole town dedicated to pirates, because I feel like that's gonna be fun. Maybe the village in the distance is one that they're terrorizing and pillaging for goods. Sorry if my voice is a bit wonky right now. And then as for the little area around here that I'm clearing out, I've taken away a few trees. This much amount of trees, and yet it's still barely anything. But in this area, for the little starter base that we're going to be working on today, I think we're going to maybe work on a little cove area. I don't know. A place where they store some goods at the end of their dock. Or, pirate town. And here I'm going to, put my belongings. This is, very suspicious. You know, I get lots of ideas as I explore around. Like, how the actual heck did that guy get there? And eventually, when I have my pirate kingdom, this would be a lovely inlet that the pirates would want to control. Conveniently next to a village that they could pillage and plunder? This could be intriguing. There is also this strategic inlet that the pirates might want to, you know, take hold of, as a pirate does. Not that I'm a pirate. No, I wouldn't be one of those. More vast seas to plunder. And of course, as any good pirate does, I've already pillaged a village. Look at this house. Absolute destruction right there. Vicious. Except, again, I'm not a pirate, so. In the meantime of our pillaging and plundering, we must find a place to settle. And honestly, right now, I'm kind of just going back and forth on these high seas between my plundering and pillaging of that village and my basically nothing cove that doesn't exist yet. So, instead of just being in between the two of them and everything taking like twice as long as it needs to, how about I just build something? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, as a good pirate, we're gonna need a few things to get started with. It's pretty nice. So for our little cove area, on the inside of the cove. The cove will go up above our heads. But we're just gonna have a little inlet on the sea. We want it this kind of size. The shape is still, you know, a bit of a work in progress. But we're gonna get some stone around the base and build up like a cave around it where we can live. Yes, the cove is coming along nicely. We have this shape right here. I still need to give a name to my little friend that I have acquired. I think I'm going to name him Gregory. Yeah, that's a nice name. He looks like a little Gregory. He's a pirate. As for the little cove here, we're gonna start building up some stone, make a little thing curve around like this, and then go kind of out like that. You'll see. I know my description is very descriptive. Gregory, you're getting in the way. I might run you over with the bulldozer truck. So, considering I have barely any stone, 3 stacks is gonna be nowhere near enough. We're gonna use a lot of coarse dirt and gravel to get away with the fact that I don't even have stone. So around the base of the cove, it kind of makes sense for some coarse dirt and sand deposits actually to kind of crop up. So we'll place some of those around. We're gonna mix some gravel in as well to make it a little bit pretty. Also gonna make the center of the cove a bit deeper so that it makes a bit more sense, because right now it's just a flat area. You see, even Gregory's helping out in the building process. He's pretty nice. Then from a layer up here, we're going to start placing some stone in for the floor. Actually, we're probably just going to convert all of this stone into stone slabs because, we don't have much stone again. Gotta be a bit cheap. We're just kind of mapping out the sides of the cove. Yeah. Certain areas where I want it to be 1 block up, I'm just placing the slabs like this so that we can conserve some stone. So before we really build the walls, we want to make sure that we know where we're putting things. We don't waste all of our precious stone. With the cove, we're going to put a bunch of our chests and storage in this area because this is kind of where the main base is going to be. Even if all of our convenient stuff is across the water, we are going to be using a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to put all of my storage here, and hopefully I don't regret that in the next episode when I finally get villager stuff. I hope I don't regret having to go back and forth across the seas. Isn't that right, Gregory? Okay, well, moving on to making some chests. So we're going to have 2 sections of chests. This is going to be one of them, and on the other side we're going to have an equal amount. We may be pirates in these parts, but we are organized. I think. Again. I'm just the hired contractor for the pirates. I do not condone their behavior. With the chest in like this, we are officially rolling in all the pirate goodies. Like wood, because that's really the only resource we have a lot of. You know, I should have just collected a bunch of stone instead of wood, because currently I have 2 cobblestone to my name. Oh wait, I have 4 cobblestone to my name. Silly me, I forgot. Okay, chest area complete. So we come into our little cove. We got some chests. But as a pirate, we kind of need a little bit more than a few chests. So around here, we probably want more stuff, you know? So in this little area, I'm thinking we bring up the walls a little bit, have a little cave section. We'll have our little, you know, little shack, little house we live in the cave. It's nice stuff. Isn't that right? What the heck was your name? Jeffrey? Garrett? Gartholomew? I've forgotten. I'm gonna call him Garfield from now on. So let's get some of our stone and start building up this sort of area. Except I need more cobblestone. Like, really desperately. Okay, I might go mining for a little bit. Finally, gathering some more cobblestone. We can continue working. This is not gonna be enough, but, you know, doesn't matter. We're just gonna start building stuff. So for this little area, we're gonna have the wall go kind of up like this. And then maybe back like this. It's gonna be hollow on the inside of this cave. Nobody needs to know. Then for back here, this will be the entrance to my little house where I will actually live. This is just my storage area, and in here is the little shack in which my bed will reside. It can be 3 blocks wide. Something kind of like this. We'll just make a little deck out the front in which you step up onto. And just put some of these things around the place. Having my little Goobert here to help is, you know, he's real helpful. That's what he tells me. That's why I hired him to do the job. I don't know if he's actually helping me, but he likes to think he is. Okay, time to sleep. Goobert, on my bed. Now, this bird. Okay, bye, Goobert. And now it's raining. How wonderful. Goobert, what have you done? Goobert, how could you? You summoned the rain. This is all your fault, Goobert. Really quick, I'm just gonna start building up this area here. In the rain. That's what Goobert said I have to do. Like any good member of Goobert Building Services Incorporated, I got straight to work building the cave walls up. The inside of the cave went pretty quick, I think. The roof, however, was the hard part where things started getting a bit time-consuming. As it would turn out, building an entire structure out of half slabs is kind of not the best idea when you want to build something really quickly. So at first I started just mapping out the location of where I want things to end up going. And then I could put the slabs down and continue building up the roof and hopefully taking a little bit less time that way. To save a little bit on the amount of stone we're using, we're going to have a few areas where we're just going to use some andesite. Real quick, let's set up the area for the furnaces. This is where the furnaces are all going to end up going, but for now they look like that. In areas where we get closer to the mouth of the cave, the walls are going to get really steep and we're not really going to have a walkway leading out, except maybe on that side. I haven't decided yet. But on this side, at least, there is just going to be maybe a little bit of a pathway, and this is all going to be pillar. Probably should move my melons. My melons broke my axe. We're going to make something just like this, you know, fill in the space. And slowly we're going to be bringing in the walls to the ceiling. Quickly just began building up the ceiling, placing down ceiling blocks, moving around, placing dirt, more ceiling blocks, the usual. Very repetitive process, building up the ceiling. When I was building it, lots of things went through my mind, like, why did I make this decision to do it this way? And wouldn't it have been just as time consuming to just go mine a bunch of stone and then smelt it up and then use actual stone blocks? But you know, we all make mistakes and we learn from them. I don't think it was entirely a mistake. Maybe there was a silver lining in it after all. And now it is a beautiful construction. Anyway, I'm talking from the future, so it's over already. I don't have to go and build another ceiling like this ever again. Yeah, so yeah. Watching the ceiling. Yep. That's what we're doing. Wow, look at those blocks go. Being placed. With just that little bit of work, this is what the inside is looking like so far. Again, I'm going to start putting some leaves on the inside when I get the chance. And just placing those around. And then, wow, would you look at that? We're back here again. A sped up building. Here I was building a pillar. That's pretty, impressive. But honestly, there's only so much I can say about a pillar and building up a ceiling. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch this part without any of my input. And maybe get a break from having to listen to me. In some of these areas around the center of the cave, it's going to be really dark on the ceiling. And so I think I'm going to have a lot of leaf layers covering up some cobblestone just to save a little bit more on the stone because we need a ton of it. So we're just going to bridge out along here, give ourselves a platform to work with. Up here, we're going to start kind of placing down some cobblestone. Just going to put in some layers like this. Again, because it's going to be covered up by leaves, it doesn't really matter what it looks like too much. So we're not in pitch black. I'm going to leave a single thing open for some light. Okay. Basically, this whole layer is going to be covered in leaves. This section right here is kind of open, but we can cover that up. So the cobblestone, all going to be covered in leaves. And then coming down from that, we're going to have some little droopy bits hanging down. Every couple blocks we'll have one, and they hang down maybe 2 blocks. And they can also go over areas where we don't have cobblestone. I'll bridge out a little bit more. It looks a little bit out of place considering we don't have it much anywhere else. So we're going to bring some of it over here. It's very bright green because we're in a jungle. And in certain areas, I'm actually thinking we're going to add some glowberries. I have barely any right now. But there should be some spots we can hang these from. And hopefully they grow and we can put a few more in. Just around the whole ceiling. Bringing a lot of the leaves down. Just placing randomly at times. Most of this is going to be dark because as soon as we add in this block... I mean, we still have to work on this section of the roof, so it's not completely dark. But it's still all very overgrown, and we shouldn't be able to see ugly cobblestone we use, so we didn't have to use up all my stone. So, as we come into the cove in here, it's looking kind of like this so far. We're going to spread out the green a bit more to this side, because it's a bit lacking. I'm in a boat right now, that's why I'm turning so weird. And more leaves kind of creeping down in certain areas. Like a squid that was green and hairy decided to latch onto the ceiling. Maybe that's the vibes I'm going for. I don't know. I do think once we have the ceiling in and more of the foliage in place, we are going to add in a little dock so that my boat doesn't just have to be here on the ground. So for certain areas over here, I was thinking of adding a little part of the cave, maybe leading to a mine or something. The actual dock itself isn't going to extend in very far because this is honestly a pathetic place to dock. It's just made for my little raft right here. We're going to build a bit of a lopsided deck. Didn't have very good safety procedures when they were building it. And just like that, we have our little dock area. Just kind of like this. I might put some chains along here. Very good use of my early game iron. Here we make some chains. You know, we care about the safety, I say, after I just talked about how unsafe it was. So, when I want to come here, I just park my boat in. Except I cannot get in. I go under. We'll drop this part down. So we don't have to suffocate in there. And you come and you put your boat right here. And you get out. And it's a little bit wonky here. And then on top of these guys, we might put a little lantern to light up the place. How about 2 lanterns, actually? So here I began building up the outside of the cove. Placing the dirt that's going to be, you know, the grass on the top of the cove. To actually make it a cove and not just a giant hollow rock. Do have to say that getting to the stage of placing a bunch of dirt blocks was actually one of the highlights of this entire thing. Dirt block placing is somewhat relaxing for some reason. I don't know why. I also like the sound that it makes in this little sped up version. Where the dirt is being placed, it sounds very nice. 10 out of 10 sound. Wasn't that just wonderful to listen to? I'll let you listen to a bunch more. I have been consistently building a giant pit down here, collecting all the dirt, and shaping up the terrain. I'm just layering it layer by layer. Kind of... This is absolutely not the final shape, but we have to work with something. Around these edges, we're going to bring the terrain kind of out like this. Just trying to smooth out the slope of the area just to make it a more gradual slope, like a bit more natural. Like this isn't just a giant rock that I'm trying to cover up. And we go down here and we turn around and we look at it and we stare at it a few more times and wonder, do I like this? It's not too bad. I might just bring this section out a bit more. This is basically how I do terrain, in case you also want to do terrain. You look at it a bunch and wonder why it doesn't look like terrain. Now it's out too much. I've done the opposite of what I wanted. We'll smooth it out like that. Oh, and there goes my spoon. Get another one out. I had to sit Goobert down because he was being a pain. Normally Goobert would be helping me, you know, construct the entire thing, but I am building this before I even really have much at all. Oh, I opened a chest. I'm building this before I have much at all, so it's not in Goobert's best interests, you know, for him to accidentally get poked by a block. We don't exactly have, you know, proper legal procedures to protect his rights and things like that on the, you know, construction site. So, until we have the lawyers ready, Goobert has to sit down. Okay, that slope is pretty terrible. Why is it not looking like the slope I wanted and imagined? Let's add some there. Does that look any better? Sure, we're just gonna go with it at this point. This stone is going to come out here. Still need more stone, but we can put some stone in right now. So, for the front, the mouth of the actual cave, I think we maybe want some more rock coming up here to make it look not as terribly structurally sound. And when we're dealing with like the border between where the dirt is and the stone, we want that to kind of look natural, and it's kind of hard to make look natural. So I think what we're going to do is we might bring the stone up to where the dirt is. The sun is setting. Oh no. I'm actually pretty happy with how the interior of the cave is turning out. It's just, you know, the finishing touches that are taking the longest, because that's where you tend to get the most meticulous about the placements of each individual block and square of grass and everything, you know. So I'm gonna, you know, bring some of the stone up in places to disguise where the stone and the dirt meet each other. Make it a smoother blend between the two. And then on sides like this, we're just gonna pretend we know where the dirt is gonna end up. Okay, then working out here in the front, we're gonna cover up a lot of this with just some stone coming out like that. And this andesite part of the, that's not andesite. This andesite part of the pillar is just gonna come up like this and connect up to the stone and the dirt. We come down here and we look at it and we say, what have I done? And we're just gonna pillar up so that we can actually see what we're working with instead of just guessing. That tends to be a bit of a better thing to do. And as for a lot of this area, crazy scaffolding right now. The craziest scaffolding in the entire world. Doing something like this, maybe? Bring in some of this out. Never know what you can expect. When you're building something like this, you might end up with a monstrosity. And you might fall down again. This is going great. I'm really good at this game, as you can tell. Down on this layer, you can just add in some of these spaces here. Just covering up some of this area. And we're getting something, getting a shape. Then we go out into the water. Hope there's no bad guys out here. And we look at our cave and we say, that's not too bad. Still needs some work. Need to get some slabs. But it's not too bad. It's improving. We get some slabs like so, and we can fit those in up in those little crevices. We'll just clear this out real quick and stare at it a bit more and think of what we have to do. From the inside of my little cove, little cave, whatever it is, it's looking pretty nice. You can see the sunset from in here. Very calming, peaceful, except for that giant hole right there. Just quickly filling in this little bit right here. There we go. Certain areas of the cave are definitely going to need some more leaves than others, like this giant line that for some reason I left in and haven't even noticed until now. Oops. Okay, let's go in and finish up the leaves on the ceiling. Get this area sorted away. And we'll put in a lot of the finishing touches for the interior. It's okay if a little bit of the cobble shows, honestly. I'm the only person living in this cave and I don't care, so... What do I have to prove in my cave? Maybe a leaf go there. And we go here. And we look up and we say, wow. You can still see the cobble line. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll just stick with that. And even if it's not the most perfect ceiling, it's fine. We still have to make room for some of the glowberries, though. So I might actually go down into the caves and get a few more so we can put those around the ceiling. Put one there, maybe. One there. The glowberries will also help to light up parts of the ceiling so it's not too dark. They do produce light once they get the little orbs on them. The berries. Maybe we look at it from here and say, that's probably enough. So I placed some more furnaces. I still don't have enough cobblestone, but whatever. Over here, we're gonna quickly work on the little bed chamber, I guess. Where my bed will go. Right here. It's pretty simple in here. It's just basically a little shack. Might get some spruce logs to put in here. Around the corners. Kind of just do something like this. And basically for the walls, we'll just have really dilapidated structure. Get some barrels in the walls. And maybe we put in some stairs. Just filling in the area, making it feel a bit fun, I guess. There we go. And over here we'll have a little doorway into what eventually will be access to mines and things like that. But for now, it's just going to be a door like that. And for the roof here, we'll just do something like this. Put the spruce logs in like so. And look, it's raining. And cover our little head from the rain. This is our little bedroom, little shack. In this area. Maybe put in some torches just here like that. I mean, it's really nothing great in here, but it does the job of what it needs to do, and that's all that really matters. Honestly, it's fine. We'll just shut the door on that and pretend it's actually a lavish, like, mansion. We still have to build that over there. We'll build a giant castle, and everyone will know that, we're special and cool, I guess. Yeah. Oh, we have to have a little campfire. Jeez, how could I forget? But have a little campfire in our area here to keep ourselves nice and warm. Maybe we'll stick it right here and we'll put some little slabs. We'll put some slabs for where we want to sit around the place. Sit around our little campfire in our little cave. How fun. I'm also going to get some barrels and maybe some more chests. Some barrels and chests to make some decorative storage over here. Maybe this one down here is like this. And finishing up, we will place our little furnaces. Like so. Wall of furnaces. Cook up whatever we want. So this side of the cave is basically complete right now. Maybe we want a torch for light. And down here we're going to have a passageway, which gives us access to the rest of that area. But for the most part, we just need to find a place for this stone cutter, and we're pretty much good. Maybe the stone cutter can just be thrown here. They can live there. Permanent residence now. This cave just needs to get extended this way, and we'll make room for that. But I don't know if I'm going to get around to that, because this video is already getting pretty long. So, we're just gonna quickly finish up the top of the cave and add a bunch of dirt to it and hopefully smooth out a bunch of this terrain. So I'm gonna quickly get to that. So I finally placed the last block, and the sun is now setting. I think this is a pretty good cove so far. I got another bird friend, and oh, and is that an ocelot spawn? I think an ocelot already spawned on top of my house. So this is my little cove. This is how it turned out. I will show you on the inside how it looks. Let's take my boat over. It's turned out to be rather cozy. I got a pathway that leads outside. I've got all of my nice storage and everything I could want inside the house. I've got a little bedroom with just a bed in it. Amazing. And a campfire. And a very nice view of some chopped up trees. I've got to remove those. And in here we have a wonderful hole in the ground. Wow. How beautiful and fun. With that, I think this is going to be it for the day. I have completed the first step to my pirate empire. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really just want to make a little fun series. Yeah, there's the ocelot. Just making a little pirate empire, I guess, and taking over the entire Minecraft world. Just a small and fun thing to do. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!